Well, a very good afternoon to you, and I hope you're all keeping yourselves well. Look at this, we have something different. It's not a GNOS anymore, it's a Ketron Event. And the purpose of today's video is to show you how to make styles with this really easy style programming tool that's within the Ketron. So I'm going to take you through each step and sort of eventually come to the end of having a variation A. And then in another video, I'll show you the differences in making an introduction and an ending and a fill-in. So this is the first video to show you how to make the variations for 1, 2, 3, 4 or A, B, C, D. So the first thing we need to do is on the main screen is go View and Modeling and then go into Style Edit. And it'll ask, do you want to go into Style Edit? And of course we say, yes, we do. And then what we're going to do is we're going to click where it says New Style. And it'll say that it's going to wipe everything. Yeah, don't worry, that's fine. And then we need to give it a title. So let's just give this a title. And I'll just simply call it number 1, just so as we know where it is. And you see the style name at the top has now got a number 1. And before we go any further, you need to tell the keyboard your preferences in terms of parameters. So we tap parameter, and this is the page where you will say to the Ketron, I want you to record 4 or 8 or 12 or 16 bars, and I want the tempo of the style to be 120, and I want the time signature to be whatever you want it to be, which in this case is 4/4, as you can see on the screen above. So we're going to stay at that, and then to come out of there, all we do is click parameter again. So these buttons, to activate them, you simply touch it, and then to deactivate, you press it again, and that applies with all of the controls on this section. So we're going to record some drums to start off, give us a sort of a beat to follow. So over here where it says drum set 1, I like standard 1. I find the drums in there really quite very realistic. So let's record. We're all set. Now over here on the right hand side at the bottom you'll see a red button that says record and then brackets mix. So tap record, and this then activates the ability to record what you're going to play, and then when you press the start button it will begin recording. It'll count 4 and then you're in. So let's try it. Okay, we've got a pattern. Now I want some hi-hats to go over the top. So press record again, and then press start, and then record the hi-hats. Okay, that's in. Now I know there's a wonderful triangle over here. Ooh, hello. And I want to put that in, so I'm going to do the same again. Make sure that record mix is yellow, and then press start. That sounds great. Right, we've got our drum pattern for variation A. We're happy with that. Now I want to record some bass. So where it says bass, tap and hold, and then you can go in to pick the bass voice that you like. I love the upright bass. I think that's nice. Press record. Now I can hear my instrument. If you want to do that a different way, you can press part listen. But I just find, well, I'm already going to record the bass, so why not just press record? Right, okay, so now I can activate recording by pressing start. It'll count 4 and we're in. Okay, bass line is done. Now the next is the electric piano, and I love this real mark sound. It's just such a nice electric piano. Let's just, there we go. So we'll put some of that in. Let's press record, which is done. Press start. 2, 3. it's in. Done. Let's add some strings, because when you're making the style, my personal preference is to have instruments from the original sort of band setup, but also to add some sort of level of bass, mid and treble. Now your mid is going to be your strings that you're going to record, because they are going to pad everything out. So I want just a little bit louder. Whoops, I don't need that one. I need that one. Right. Let's record. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's done. Now I'm going to go into the guitar and I'm going to record some 12-string guitar. Okay, and I'm going to play in the style of a guitarist. You don't want to be playing. You want to play. That's what you're aiming for. Right, let's do this. 2, 3, 4. It's done. Right, now we've got quite a selection going, and it sounds really quite full. I mean, technically you could stop there and have variation A very, very open, so as you do go through the variations, it builds in intensity and becomes a completed piece of music. But for this, I'm just going to add a little bit of brass in there, just to sort of have some sort of element of fun. Right, let's just hear. Right, I'm going to put the brass section in there. Let's try this. 3, 4. There we go. Right, so I'm going to now press save. Save to user. Yes, number 1 will be replaced. Come out of there. Hey, doesn't stop there though. If I go into view and modeling, now this is where I can choose live guitar to add to my existing style. So this is using some of the audio content that's in the Ketron. So if I simply scroll through and look for sort of 8-beat something, I want something guitar-y, and this is where the fun's going to be, because it's knowing what guitar to put in there. Want sort of like a strum if there's something in there. Let's try a 16 folk. Turn the volume up. No, that does not work, and this is where, let's see. Finding something to suit. go. Yeah, I think, there we go. I think I'm going to stick with Folk 1, 8 Folk 1. Because it's an 8-beat sort of styly sort of guitar, but I don't want it too loud. So just turn the volume of that down. Right, we've got that set. Now I can adjust the reverb settings also for the style. So if I go into whichever category I want to go into, so say strings or guitar, I go to reverb. I can see now there's my reverb level. I can adjust that. And again, with the strings. And this is where the style sort of starts to come together in terms of sounding professional and complete, not sort of half-arsed. Technical term. I want a bit more reverb on that brass, or maybe I want to take all the reverb off. No, I don't want to do that. That sounds terrible. But let's try, say, 55. Right, okay. I'm going to simply press save, save to my user style, save yes. Right, there we have. And that's only variation A. So maybe I want to do another variation. Let's try it. Let's see how far we can get. So we're going to have to go back into Style Creator again. So we go View and Modeling, Style Edit. We want to edit a style. Yep. Now the lovely thing that this keyboard does and others don't is you can copy the entire contents from A to B with just 2 or 3 button pushes instead of having to copy every single part one by one, which drives you insane. So to do this, I go to variation B. There's nothing there. If I press start, it's completely quiet. So then I go to copy, export. So on the screen here, I can say I want to copy arranger A section. So that's everything from A. And then let me just come out of there. If I scroll up to the top, Arranger A, and then where it says part, I can then choose all, which is the nice thing about this instrument. And then in section B, Arranger B, I can say paste to all. So if I now click execute, yes, and then come out of the copy, variation B should, fingers crossed, have everything that's in A. And it does. And that is the most wonderful part of this keyboard, because others don't do that. So that somebody, Ketron, has certainly sat down and thought, we need to do this. And the other nice thing that other keyboards seem to don't have is the ability to program major, minor variations within the instrument. So I can do that on here as well. So maybe now I want to add something different. So let's get rid of in fact, we haven't got anything on Blue Strat anyway. So let's change that. And let's put a nice female vocal in there. So let's go to Strings and Choir. And from memory, I think it's Singers Are. Let's just preview that. Yeah, that's really quite a sweet little sound. Let's turn the volume up. Because bear in mind, when you're making a style, you don't give everything on variation A. You have to make sure that you've got space to go through to variation D. So you've got to build the style up. So with this, we're going to put the R in there. You ready? 2, 3, 4. And again, think like the vocalist. A vocalist won't hold the won't hold the R all the way through till the end. They'll be, because of course you've got to breathe at some point. So I've done 2 R's of R for 2 beats and then 2 beats again. That's how it's working. And the ability to preview the style without going in and out of things is just such a great idea. Let's re-record that R because I don't like it. Let's find a different voice. What's the like? That's nice. Yeah, I think I prefer as a backing vocal than an R. Okay, so let's just clear that one that we already have in chord 3. So press clear, execute, yes. Now we're going back to record, and hopefully we should have a better result with an Ready? Yeah, that's definitely nicer. Right, I like that. Let's press save, yes, overwrite. Now we can come out. And variation B. Yeah, we have a different variation B, and then we'll have a different variation C and a D, and so on until you complete the full 4. I'm going to drop it there because this, I think, has been enough for you to sort of take on board, and hopefully you all sort of picked it up and got a good understanding from this. I always try and make my videos incredibly clear and simple and nothing too complicated so that you can follow along and learn how to do things. And hopefully this video will give you that tool. Leave a comment below if you've enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe, because as I spend more time twiddling with this, I'm sure there'll be more videos. I will come back and show you how to do an intro and ending, and I'll also look at some of the nice additional features that this has. Things like major, minor, 7th, where you can add little extra phrases to things like drums. All done on the machine. No need for a computer or anything like that. Let me know what you reckon. As I say, your feedback is important. Give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you are a Ketron owner. Yeah, I look forward to sharing more tips and things with you on this instrument. Have a great afternoon, evening, morning, whatever time of day you're watching. And don't forget to tell us where you're watching from as well. If you're in, I don't know, Italy, maybe, made in Italy, or you're in Germany or Spain or wherever you are. Tell us where you are. I always love to see where people are viewing from. And until next time, take care. All the best.